Okay, so might as well get this thing started. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my reaction to Square Enix's E3 2019 press conference. So far for this year's E3, I've already reacted to 4 of the 6, actually 4 press conferences so far. The first being EA, which is a bit Microsoft, which is hella good, which is really good in my opinion. Bethesda, which is Bethesda was a real cringe fest for an E3 press conference, and Ubisoft, it's kind of a mixed bag to be honest. So this time around, I am going to be reacting to good old boys at Square Enix and see what they've got in store for us. I already know that Final Fantasy VII will be a major presence here. Also, I remember Square Enix announced they'll be working on an Avengers game, which I'm pretty interested in seeing. Let's be honest, nothing much else. Don't know how Square Enix is gonna fill up like an hour's worth of content, even though those are the only 2 games I can think about. So only one way to find out, ladies and gentlemen. So let us get right into it. So gonna be doing my reaction on the Square Enix's E3 press conference through IGN's channel. Massive kudos to them for having it available. Yeah, let's get right into it. Let's get the full screen, 1080p, full volume, and with that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so the first 14 minutes has been preparation for the actual conference, as we go. It will run at about uh, 1:31, which is around an hour and 15 minutes. Alright, so it should be a fairly decent. Hopefully, it's a pretty decent Square Enix press conference. That's for damn sure. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us get right into it. Okay. Of course, we're going to have a menu screen for Final Fantasy VII. There you have it. There's the remake option. Of course, we're going to have to get the obvious out of the way. So obviously, get Final Fantasy VII Remake out of the way. So there's the opening.
Please welcome Yoshinori Kitase, producer, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
So he's the big man responsible for this project, huh?
大変嬉しく思います。22年間の時を経て、あのキャラクターたちが非常に美しく、さらに魅力的になって帰ってきました。
I am very happy to be able to introduce this long-beloved title once again. After 22 years, the familiar characters we love have returned while becoming more beautiful and captivating than ever before.
Let's see if this
今ま
press
で応援
conference
し
has
続けて
the
くださっているファンの皆様、
awkward
長年の
audience
サポートありがとう
from
ご
a
ざい
couple
ます。
press conferences
大
back.
変お待たせいたしました。新たなる冒険へと共に踏み出すことを非常に楽しみにしております。
To our longtime fans, we thank you for your support and patience over these years, and we look forward to embarking on this journey together.
FF7 をリメイクするにあたって、ファイナルファンタジー7の世界観やキャラクターたちをより深く今回は描いております。ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクプロジェクトの最初の作品となる本作では、ミッドガルのストーリーを広大にかつ緻密に語っております。またゲームデザインも今作用に最適化しておりまして、ブルーレイ2枚組相当のボリュームを見込んでおります。一本の独立したゲームとして十分期待に応える作品になっております。
Remaking Final Fantasy VII has allowed us to dive much deeper into the world and its characters than ever before. The game design was optimized for this title as well, and we anticipate 2 Blu-ray discs worth of gameplay content.
Okay.
The first game in this project expands on the story of Midgar and is such an elaborate retelling that it has become a solid standalone game in its own right.
これからご紹介する映像およびゲームプレイで、ファンの方の、期待を決して裏切らない皆さん
So we'll be getting
よく知っている
Blu-ray discs for the
に
first
再会で
episode
き
of
る
this
こ
game?
ととなります。
Through the content we are about to unveil today, and through all that we have yet to unveil, we will not disappoint your expectations. Your reunion with the Final Fantasy VII you know is near.
それと同時にですね、当時を知らないゲームファンの方は、全く新しいね、ファイナルファンタジーと出会うことになります。
To newcomers who never played the original, we present to you a completely new Final Fantasy and a perfect starting point to explore the world of Final Fantasy VII.
Please welcome Neil Pabone, Senior Manager, Product Marketing, Square Enix.
はい、本日はですね、ニールにゲームプレイを紹介してもらいます。
So, Neil is here to introduce you and walk you through gameplay.
Thank you, Katase-san. All right, everyone, let's mosey.
All right.
Final Fantasy VII Remake features a hybrid gameplay system
some
that
real,
merges real-time action with strategic command-based combat. For starters, each press of the square button is a swing of Cloud's Buster Sword. Cloud attacks, dodges, and blocks all in real time. His standard attacks do some damage, but they barely scratch the surface of Cloud's true potential.
Of course.
Succeeding on the battlefield requires much more than just hacking and slashing. Cloud needs to be tactical. He needs ATB. 2 ATB bars are displayed in the lower right. These fill up slowly over time, but fill much faster as Cloud lands standard attacks. Once an ATB bar is full, you can enter tactical mode, where time slows to a crawl and you have the opportunity to choose actions from the command menu. Katase-san, I've had the pleasure of seeing quite a bit of the game, but tactical mode never gets old for me. I could just sit here all day long and watch this beautiful slow motion action.
観客の皆さんはね、おそらくね、他の部分ももう少し見たいのではないかと思いますが、皆さんいかがでしょう。
I think the audience would like to see more. Isn't that right, everyone?
Okay.
Fair enough. Good
I
point.
think
Good
it's
point.
slow.
Yeah.
Well, once in tactical mode, you can choose to perform various abilities, such as Cloud's Braver attack. Using an item in battle will deplete an ATB charge, and if Cloud has the right materia equipped and enough MP, he can use ATB charges to cast spells. Of course, this being a remake, we're sure to see some familiar faces. With the use of his iconic gun arm, Barrett is able to target enemies at a distance. Barrett's standard attacks generate ATB charges similar to Cloud, but his abilities are entirely different. Switching between characters in combat is done with a single button press, which makes rotating through party members a snap. Speaking of other party members, Katase-san, when are we going to see Tifa in action?
Alrighty then.
Maybe soon.
All right. Characters will continue to fight even when you're not controlling them directly, but it's up to you to choose how and when ATB charges are used. You can maximize your effectiveness by switching between characters or issuing commands to characters with full ATB bars. Every enemy has a focus gauge that fills up as you do damage. When the gauge is full, the enemy becomes staggered and you'll deal bonus damage. Tactical mode evokes the command selections from the original Final Fantasy VII and allows players to enjoy battle while taking the time to think
Well, it
strategically.
slows down time, but doesn't
For players who
doesn't
prefer
bring combat to a
fast-paced
stop. So
action,
you have to think
abilities
carefully.
and spells can be bound to shortcuts
Actually,
for
you need to think
immediate
quickly.
execution. Shortcuts make combat extremely dynamic, but the choice of using them is entirely up to you. Right, Katase-san?
Hey,
そうですね、プレイスタイルに合わせて楽しめるゲームになっておりますので、ぜひご期待ください。
That's right. The game has been made so that you can choose how to play. I hope players get excited about this.
Well, that's a brief introduction to combat in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we look forward to showing you a whole lot more in the coming months. For now, let's see how Cloud and Barrett do against a more formidable foe.
You double-crossing! Heads up. What the hell?
it's your boy.
Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh? Shit! Should I be worried?
It's on you.
Guess it's my turn.
I'm waiting.
Not quick. I ain't gonna get away.
I wonder if we can do something about the ATB gauge. Whether we can have more pips, or have any changes to recharging the gauge faster. That's what I'm interested in knowing. Gotta have that added flexibility into your combat options.
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my time now. Bring it on. About damn time. Ain't that something you want to say to yours too?
Bingo. Focus on that core.
Oh, now he remembers. Don't get me waiting in suspense next time.
Take him down.
This is now. You're mine.
Alright. Of course, she's got multiple phases to deal. She need to deal with.
Damn it. Need to heal up soon. Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Fuck on this!
Strike now before it fires again.
Come get some. Hey, it's doing that thing again.
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again. Now, get in there and get that.
Yeah, that's nice. Now it's going full berserk mode now.
Another repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quicker with Smooth.
The fire coming, the fire coming.
now it's done.
Going in. You're as good as dead.
You hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
I have fairly decent insight to what the gameplay is going to be like. That's for good.
Please welcome Tetsuya Nomura, director, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay, Tetsuya.
Thank you for joining us, Nomura-san. It is an absolute honor to have you here. Katase-san, how do you feel working with Nomura-san once again on Final Fantasy VII Remake?
はい、彼とはですね、原作の FF7 以降、何作もね、一緒にね、その後も仕事はしてるんですけども、今作にね、再びね、ディレクション、キャラクターデザイナー、そしてね、ストーリーとね、がっつり組むのはまた久しぶりなのでね、22年前と全く変わらない熱量でね、今作でも取り組んでいる姿を見てね、私も正直ね、喜んでいます。
Since the original Final Fantasy VII, I've worked with him on many titles, but it has been a while since we've actually had him work so heavily on a project like this, from the direction to character design to the story. And I'm really happy to see him working on this title with the same passion that he had 22 years ago.
はい、
野村さん、コメントどうぞ。
はい、今まで結構長い間お待たせしましたが、ずっと応援してくださっているファンの皆様、本当にありがとうございました。そしてですね、皆さん今日初めて、プレイ画面を結構長めに見たと思いますが、おそらく想像してたものとは少し違ったんじゃないかなと、思っております。
So first and foremost, we wanted to extend our gratitude to those who have been waiting so patiently and have been supporting us for such a long time until now. And also, we've taken a look at gameplay right now, and we've fairly showed you a good bit.
でですね、そういうわけなので、皆さんぜひ触れてみたいんじゃないかなと思いましてですね、実際に、触ってみたいですかね。
And I was wondering, do you guys want to actually play the game?
Of course they would. They've been waiting for God knows how long, how many years.
ということでですね、明日から開催されます E3 のですね、スクエアエニックスブースの方で、セブンリメイク、プレイヤーブース出展していますので、ぜひ機会のある方は、触れてみてください。
So we actually have playable demo kiosks available at the Square Enix E3 booth. So I hope you have the opportunity to try it out.
はい。それではですね、最後に、皆さんにご覧いただきたいものがありますので、ぜひ、昨日はですね、コンサートの方でショート版のトレーラーを、公開しましたけども、今日はロング版をご用意してますので、ぜひご覧ください。
So finally, there is something that we wanted to show you. Yesterday, we showed you a short version of a trailer at the Final Fantasy VII concert. But today we have a longer version.
I haven't seen this original trailer.
お願いします。
All right, please take a look.
All right, haven't seen this trailer during the concert. Let's see.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir.
You can have it for saving my life.
Yes. Yeah.
You think he's a keeper?
Oh my god.
The revamped soundtrack, that's what I'm picking up right now.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice.
Help me!
Alright, Tifa. I think this is the first introduction of Tifa from what I can remember.
Have you been a good girl?
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference. But not like this. I feel trapped. My turn.
Alright, here's the sewer level. I remember that.
Get going.
I remember this the sewer level from the original one. I'm curious to how competent the AI will be in this remake.
Got you now!
Guess we have to wait and see when I get my hands on the final product.
You're not real.
Cloud, I have a favor to ask of you. Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
You bastard!
Hold on to that hatred.
Alright. Here's the release date. 3rd of March 2020 is gonna something material, Cactuar, and the Chocobo Chick as well. So the first class edition that I won't be able to get my hands on because Square Enix Store doesn't like us here in Australia. Take my word. I remember pick that one up. And Life is Strange.
Just the son I wanted to see.
Life is Strange 2, I think.
I know what happened with you guys in Seattle.
How do you feel?
With us misfits.
Come on! Gotcha!
Ready when you are, young master.
Oh my god, this is so exciting.
Oh my gosh.
I love the setting. It's so beautiful, man.
Time to hit the road.
You'll be fine, Daniel. As long as we're together.
I want to see what his power can do.
Come on, Daniel. You got this.
Starting to be able to control his powers.
Oh no.
Oh, I shouldn't do this.
Oh, are you crazy?
On the ground, now! Whoa!
Oh my god.
This is going to be an influencers trailer.
I'm really glad I got to meet you.
It's the same for me.
Ah, bro hug.
What a nice dude, man.
It's the puppy! The puppy!
We got a puppy!
Daniel! Come on!
Run!
Do it, Daniel! Now!
Oh, this is gonna be the cliffhanger.
They're so sad!
God damn it.
Stop, Daniel! I said stop!
Don't grab me!
That was so intense.
It's my power, not yours.
What the? No, that's the ending, isn't it?
This game is awesome.
Life is Strange too. Okay, what's next for Square Enix?
From ages long ago, miasma has blanketed the world. Crystals keep the deadly miasma in check, but the crystal's power is not eternal.
Final
These
Fantasy
are the chronicles
Tactics?
of brave young adventurers who journey to protect their home. These are the Crystal Chronicles.
If we had no crystals, miasma would consume us all, correct?
Never did I imagine that it could be so bright.
In online multiplayer mode, caravan with friends wherever they may be.
The art design reminds me so much of
Keep the adventure close at hand.
Final Fantasy
The journey
Tactics
now
Plus
unfolds on smartphones. Final
it's
Fantasy
a brand-
Crystal
it's a
Chronicles
really different-
Remastered Edition. This winter, embark
Well, I was
on a
wrong.
new
I take that
journey
back then.
once more.
Octopath Traveler. I haven't played this game, to be honest.
Lead us on our way.
This should be fun.
This world is full of mysteries.
Prepare yourself! I will not lose to you!
Now the true lesson begins!
The hunt is on.
This is the beginning of your end.
Conjure lightning!
This will settle things.
My blade protects those in need.
Now seal the deal!
Let's end this, shall we?
My brand, I'll strike you down.
I'm ready.
For you,
This is our chance!
Octopath Traveler.
Now on PC. Okay. Oh, Last Revenant, yes! Remastered, right? Last time I played this game, it was a really mixed bag for me because it didn't give you flexibility of what specific items you can use. It just gives you commands to use whatever item you got. So... really like the combat system though, where you take control of different squads. So, and there's also special effects when you interact with certain enemy squads. It's nice. Okay, what is this game this time?
It's the one, the only, the builder of the game. It's Dragon Quest
Oh,
Builders.
Dragon Quest Builders, okay.
The children of Hargon,
Did
the
it re-
vile cult that worships destruction, has outlawed the building, cooking, and creation of all things, and captured the builders. All hope seems to be lost until you, a young apprentice builder, manages to escape the clutches of evil. Washed up on the deserted shores of the Isle of Awakening, and with the help of your spirited and mysterious companion, Malroth, it is up to you to doff your mallet and club, unravel the riddles of this land, and defeat the hateful children of Harkon.
Didn't really put two and two together when builders.
Discover your true potential as a master builder. There is a land of adventure with many islands.
Didn't really play the original builders as
you
well.
Have to master new crafting skills on each island, with more to do and even more to create. Everything in Dragon Quest Builders 2 is much, much bigger. Build huge structures in a larger world with more variety and options than ever before, and with a little help from the eager islanders. The world is humongous, and you'll need your wits about you to get around. Run across open fields and explore ruins, treacherous mines, and spectacular castles. Dive into the watery depths to discover hidden treasures. Climb the highest mountains to catch the sunset, and glide home to rest up for your next day of adventure.
Okay.
But beware. Monsters roam this land and will need to be dispatched with cunning composure. Luckily, accompanying you on your quest is the enigmatic Malroth, an aggressive amnesiac with a fondness for fighting foes. Use powerful attacks on the battlefield to take down monstrous beasts.
All right. Just like this Gaia.
Work together
Just
with
like
your
this guy, but not grid
plant
based.
seeds and raise a multitude of
And we
crops.
got Harvest Moon in this game as well.
Be sure to customize the way you build your fields to support the kind of crops you're growing. Harvest anything from the humble cabbage and wheat to tantalizingly tasty tomatoes. Big projects require big help. You and 3 friends can team up online to build anything you can imagine. Let your creativity run wild! The only limit is your imagination.
Oh god,
So
the really
call on
on the
your
neck,
friends
legit
and
slime.
build
Alright.
your fate together! The road you build is paved with peril, young builder. Only you can defeat the children of Hargon. Bring an end to destruction and save the world in Dragon Quest Builders 2!
Alright, it's not bad. And a couple games still combined in one. Already got Harvest Moon and this guy are already up to already come to mind for this game.
Old luminary.
What's this game?
Yggdrasil's chosen.
Oh, Dragon Quest XI.
Well, you're the reincarnation of the luminary.
On the just announcement of a port, right?
Know this. The luminary is the root of all evil and will bring naught but misery to our realm. You shall not escape me, Darkspawn!
Let's do this. I believe in you. I believe in the luminary.
Do not lose heart. Do not look back. Remember, you're the luminary. We believe in you.
Edition S. Limited edition. I'm guessing this is like a expansion, I guess? I haven't really played Dragon Quest XI either. I'm really behind on my Square Enix games, that's for damn sure. 2020.
Hello everyone, this is Carolina.
Alberto and Carlos Mastreta.
Some kind of racing game for 20.
We're a family of motorsport fans from Mexico, and we're the founders of Original Fire Games.
Over the last few decades, we have seen a fascinating evolution in racing games. And nowadays, you can drive almost any type of car on amazing recreations of the best tracks in the world.
However, we believe it's time to try something different. We want to do this by reviving a style that pioneered racing games decades ago.
Our game mixes top-down racing with a classic, sharp arcade look and tactile driving physics, which brings together a whole range of styles and eras of motorsport.
We are delighted to share this moment with you.
And show a sneak preview of our game, which Square Enix Collective will publish in 2020.
Join us for the ride, and see you again soon.
Oh, so top-down racing. Oh, not bad. Haven't seen these kinds of games in a while. I think the last top-down racing game that I played was Death Rally on the on mobile. Quite a few years back.
Battalion 1944 recaptures the core of classic competitive first-person shooters. You'll need to quickly coordinate strategies with your team on the fly, whilst keeping your movement nimble and your aim precise if you hope to beat out the competition. There are multiple game modes for you and your team to dive into. Test your skills in domination, capture the flag, or team deathmatch, and perfect your tactics in the highly competitive Wartide game mode. Faceit competitive toolset is fully integrated into the game, bringing world-renowned competitive matchmaking, 1v1s, tournaments, rankings, and leaderboards.
Okay. It's all coming back to me now for this game because I remember watching a video by Smitty of him playing a snipers only game mode for this game, so not bad.
Each
so far.
season will bring challenges for you to complete and medals to unlock, whilst tracking your in-game accomplishments and providing you with an easy way to compare them against your friends via in-game leaderboards. Halt the Axis offensive in their tracks with the rapid-fire PPSH, or take fire with pixel precision with the Mosin Nagant, and a whole host of new weapons just as deadly as their owners. With a range of environments to test your skills in, and a variety of weapons at your disposal, play as a team and compete to be top of the leaderboards. Available now on Steam.
Alright, that's fair. Fair announcement. Well, that's some trailer, that's for damn sure. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Kingdom Hearts 3, I guess. think I read in the article that there was only music for this particular trailer. And it didn't really sit well with the people watching, so it doesn't really matter to me because I'm more interested in what the game looks like, because I haven't picked up this game yet. Because I still need to finish Final Fantasy Final Mix, not Final Fantasy Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, because I'm almost at the ending, and I also need to play all the other games from 1.4 to 2.5 Remix, which I have right now. So yeah, got a whole lot to get through in order before you reach Kingdom Hearts 3. But I'm still gonna pick up Kingdom Hearts 3 sometime in the near future, because there's a special edition sitting on one of the shelves of my local EB Games store. So
please welcome Naoki Yoshida, producer and director, Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Final Fantasy XIV, a game that I will never play because I am broke as all hell. Like, I know that there's a free.
Hi guys, my name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV.
Like, I know that there's a free trial for every new user, but I want prolonged gameplay. In order to do that, you need to subscribe. Need to organize a subscription fee, which I'm not really into.
So we'd like to take a little bit of your time to show off Shadowbringers Final Fantasy XIV's third expansion pack, which is releasing on July the 2nd.
Hey, Ultra Sad, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to the CG Crying family. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're enjoying my rather lackluster reaction to this conference, as well as 4 others that I did for the last couple days.
世界中のプレイヤー、光の戦士の皆さんのおかげです。この場を借りて改めてお礼申し上げます。
It's been 6 years since the release of A Realm Reborn in 2013, and over the years we have surpassed 16 million total registered users. Plus, we have reached the highest number of active subscribers in its history before the launch of Shadowbringers. This is all thanks to our players, our warriors of light.
Too bad I can't be part of the community because I'm too broke as hell.
このシャドーブリンガーズではですね、拡張パッケージにとどまらない新作 RPG1 本分のボリュームと、そしてゲーム体験をお届けしたいと思います。
We view Shadowbringers as more than a simple expansion pack, but as a new game filled with volume and gameplay experiences that are comparable to a brand new standalone RPG title.
また、新種族である
if
ガンブレーカー、それから踊り子、新種族のロスガルとビエラなど、これからファイナルファンタジー14を始める皆さんにも多数の新規の要素が用意されています。
And there's so many new
They have a
elements in the game
Twitch
for those
command
who have yet
for
to
that,
play Final Fantasy
which
XIV, including 2 new jobs, the
describes
Gunbreaker and the
as
Dancer,
the piece
as well as 2
the
new
specs for my
playable
PC.
races,
It's
the
rather
Falkar
messy,
and
where
the
you
Vera.
can take a look at it at
ぜひ、ファイナルファンタジーシリーズの最新作として、
PC specs, no
ファイナルファンタ
spaces.
ジー7リメイクの発売2020年
Monitor, however, I'm not so
3月
sure.
3日までの間、漆黒のヴィランズをお楽しみください。
We are excited to bring Shadowbringers as the latest installment in the Final Fantasy franchise for our
All I
fans
know
to enjoy.
is that it's
At
a
least
bank
until
monitor.
2020 March 3rd, when Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out.
それではいよいよ7月2日、ローンチとなりますが、この場で世界初公開となるその漆黒のヴィランズのローンチトレーラーをご覧いただこうと思います。
We are pleased to bring a
I think I
world
can
premiere
access it
of the
on,
launch trailer for Shadowbringers, releasing on July the 2nd.
Please take a look.
I'm sorry about my commands being so messy.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? Over 100 bleeding years ago. That's when.
Oh, it's just specs. Okay.
In that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw.
So yeah, there you have it. There, all my PC specs for my PC. It's all over the place, but that's the closest I can get.
That's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back.
The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether, relinquished by its predecessor.
I wonder how Rathlos is going in Final Fantasy XIV.
That's him. That's Volthree.
That's one hell of a fat ass.
Are part of Yulmor's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether.
This world is beyond saving. Like those who try to save it. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Actually, now that I think about it, I need to put in a command that outlines all the other commands.
Everything we gave. What was it for?
Can't really understand what's going on because I haven't played 14, that's for sure.
For this moment. For the one possessed of her blessing. For you.
Through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But
they are gods after a fashion, yes. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
God damn that audience. Techland, Dying Light 2. Yep, that's what comes to mind when it comes to Techland. Has to be Dying Light 2. Yep, Dying Light 2 it is. This time it's gameplay, that's for sure. Guessing this is the Avengers one? No, it isn't. Romancing Saga 3. New stuff, a new hero. Saga Scholar Grace Ambitions. Different engine. Dies, never ends. So, yep. Romancing Saga 3 and Saga Scarlet Grace Ambitions. Coming to the west. Okay, there's that. When we're gonna see oh, Fatal Frame. Actually no, that was just the equipment. My bad.
Final Fantasy.
Okay,
Brave
what have you got
Exvius.
for me?
Enjoyed by fans the world over, has surpassed 39 million downloads. Now, Square Enix proudly presents the international reveal of a new title born from the FFBE universe. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. These two titles, FFBE and War of the Visions, will be the pillars of the growing world of Lapis.
Oh, okay. I have played Brave Exvius because it was free to play.
This is the story of Ardora, a continent of Lapis. A tiny spark here ignites the flames that would embroil the entire continent in conflict.
That's 5. Yep.
A conflict later spoken of as the War of the Visions. Leonis, ruled by the Red Lion Monarch, possesses the power of visions as well as twin princes. Horn, the great Western Kingdom, governed by a policy of peace and its brave and wise king. Fennis, where the king of the savages has organized the barbarian tribes into Ardora's mightiest militant state.
Okay.
Wezet, the great eastern kingdom over which reigns its icy despot. Crystal Sanctum, a religious city-state with believers throughout Ardora, founded by one who claims to be God. Each burdened with its own dignity, thus is the curtain drawn on a struggle in which the fate of nations rests.
Wait a minute, this uses
All is for one's homeland.
This uses the same engine as that one game.
War of the Visions, Final Fantasy.
What's the name of that
Brave
game?
Exvius.
Can't remember.
Now in development.
Cannot remember what was that game. can't remember. I know. I reckon that's because I recognize the game engine that War of the Visions is using. Okay, what is this game this time? Outriders. Huh, not bad. Not a bad reveal. Summer 2020, which is winter over here next year. That's why People Can Fly. I think that's the name of the publisher. I was too preoccupied with the previous game.
Please welcome Sebastian Wojciechowski, studio head. People
Yep,
Can
People
Fly.
Can Fly.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sebastian Wojciechowski, studio head at People Can Fly, the studio behind Bulletstorm and Gears of War Judgment. Yeah, any Bulletstorm fans in the house? All right. Wow, let me tell you, it feels great to be here and feels amazing to be able to finally announce Outriders. I'd like to thank the team at People Can Fly. You guys are amazing, and I know that some of you are watching this live, even though it's 4 a.m. in the morning in Poland, so make a noise for them, please. Thank you, thank you. And of course, Square Enix for the help and support as we work together on this exciting new IP. You know, over the past few years, People Can Fly has grown to over 200 developers and 4 studios across Poland, the UK, and most recently the US, to bring you what is our most ambitious shooter to date. To present more of our vision, I would like to take this moment to introduce a short video from our game director, Bartek Mita. So thanks a lot. More on Outriders this winter. Thank you.
Shooters are in our DNA. It's our passion. And it's what we do. Outriders draws on all our experience from all our previous titles. It's a game we wanted to make for a very long time. We describe Outriders as a dark, modern shooter built with traditional values. By that, I mean we are creating an experience with a strong story that you can enjoy with your friends or on your own. We want to tell a complete story. We are confident we are building a shooter with a powerful gunplay, incredible weaponry, and a hostile new world.
Hey, not bad.
We want to spend many hours in.
Pretty decent assets so far.
It's a game we've had in our heads ever since People Can Fly left Epic Games. Outriders is a 1-2 or 3-player drop-in, drop-out co-op shooter. In our game, you will create your own Outrider and journey across the hostile planet of Enoch in search of the source of a mysterious signal. It's a pretty dark and unforgiving world, and yes, there is a lot more depth to the game, but I can't say too much more right now.
Okay, so the assets have been interesting so far. Pretty interesting, not bad. Got my curiosity, but however, it's yet to get my undivided attention.
Reincarnation is the foundation of our way of life. We celebrate the lives we've been given and offer up prayers for the next. It is grief of death which shackles the living and causes the dead to stray. Indeed,
Don't know if this is a new
there is
IP
no greater
or
affront to reincarnation.
or an existing one
So
based
we
on the
turn
art
our
style.
grief to joy as we send off the dead. But the souls of those who held back their tears in life still need salvation in death. A duty that falls to the Watchers. The Watchers sever the bonds that tie the lost to this world and send them off to the next. They navigate the emotions
Haven't seen this
of the
art
living
style.
and
Don't know
the
what this
dead.
game is.
They prize life above
Pretty sure
all
it's not an
else.
existing IP.
This is the story of one Watcher.
Oninaki. It's got to be a new IP. PS4, Switch, and Steam. All right. Short and sweet. Okay, must be the Avengers game. Final Fantasy VIII Origin. Nope, I take it back. I take that back for the second time in this stream. Alright, finally Final Fantasy VIII has now joined the club. Finally. Now this is the Avengers game. Yes, it is.
Never meet your heroes.
Dynamics.
The Avengers were everything I imagined.
Hello, San Francisco!
Thor, Tony, check it out. At once. Try to keep up.
This just got a whole lot more interesting. joke? Did Thor make a joke? Cap, they got pulsar tanks.
Okay. And where's Hawkeye in all this?
Cap, what's going on over there?
Start the Chimera, what's your status? Should head back.
No, stay on task. There's still some Urgans on this bridge.
Some say they were set up. Others call them murderers.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Well, we all lost something that day.
But that's not how this story ends.
Oh, he's got his new armor. He's got his, alien armor in this game, I think. Alright, Square Enix's Avengers.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Simply called Marvel Avengers. Alright, not bad. Wish I could see more gameplay, but that'll have to do for it.
Please welcome Sean Eskai, Creative Director, Crystal Dynamics, and Bill Roseman, Vice President and Creative Director, Marvel Games.
Yeah. Thank you. We love you. Yeah. Thank you everyone. We are incredibly excited to reveal Marvel's Avengers to the world. A few years ago, Crystal Dynamics and Marvel began collaborating on an original Avengers game. One that combined epic action-adventure with cinematic storytelling. A game where we as players can experience in both single-player and co-op what it's like to be Earth's mightiest heroes.
Do I have any true believers in the house?
Alright, Vice President.
Yes! Awesome. Because you will instantly recognize your favorite superheroes and villains, but you'll also see that they're unique to this game, as this is Crystal's interpretation of these iconic characters.
Our story begins at A-Day, as San Francisco celebrates the opening of the Avengers West Coast headquarters, and the team's custom helicarrier, outfitted with a strange experimental energy source. However, the day turns deadly when an attempt to steal this new technology results in massive destruction. Blamed for the tragedy, the Avengers are outlawed and our heroes disband.
5 years later, a horrific evil threatens the world, and our only hope is to reassemble Earth's mightiest heroes. You'll play as your favorite Avengers in an all-new original story showcasing authentic Marvel heroism and humanity.
Okay.
And fighting to get it back.
That was IGN's spot.
Yeah!
Okay, there's Hawkeye. There's the question of Hawkeye.
Most importantly, this is a story about self-acceptance in the face of adversity, about embracing our individual powers and learning that together we are mighty.
You'll lead the team as the legendary super soldier, Captain America. You'll call down the lightning as the Asgardian god of thunder, Thor.
Okay, next is Hulk, and Widow, and
You'll
then
channel
Iron
the
Man.
anger of scientist Bruce Banner by unleashing the Hulk. You'll gather intel and strike swiftly as the ultimate tactical spy, Black Widow. And finally, you'll blast through the sky as the charismatic Tony Stark, known to the wider world as the Armored Iron Man.
To bring
People
this
keep
incredible
calling out
story to
about
life,
Hawkeye.
We've assembled an all-star cast. I'll let them introduce themselves.
So, here we are.
Of course, Troy Baker and Nolan North are in it.
Who are you people again? Hi, I'm Troy Baker, and I play Bruce Banner.
Hi, I'm Jeff Shine, and I play Captain America.
I'm Travis Willingham, and I play Thor.
Hi, I'm Laura Bailey, and I'm playing Black Widow.
Hi, I'm Nolan North, and I play Tony Stark. There's certain characters I don't think you ever have to be talked into.
Yeah.
You know, so we'd like to have you play Tony Stark, Iron Man. Yeah, yes.
Of course, Troy Baker and
everybody
Nolan
always
North have
portrays him
to
as
head a
super
project like
confident
this.
character. And I think it's a mask for him. I think he's one of the most vulnerable guys.
I think Bruce is just such a cool character. A lot of people are really quick to bring out the big green, but I think that Bruce is a super complex character. He's fun, and I've never played him before.
What is very relatable about Natasha is she's extremely capable, but she's at the core, she's human. She's
What?
surrounded by all of this larger than life stuff, and she has to step up to it.
I feel like Thor got really interesting in the last 10 or 15 years. For me, I like where he's kind of landed in the public eye, you know.
One of the things I think is cool about Cap is I never feel like he necessarily wants to be a leader. He accepts that he is. I feel like sometimes the best leaders are the ones who don't necessarily want to be, but they're right for the job.
Having an original story to tell as well, what they've done at Crystal Dynamics is great, so I think everybody's going to be pretty stoked.
The Avengers are at their best when they are all together, but the chemistry is do not shake.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Can't wait for you to be able to play the game, but right now, you don't have to wait for some exclusive content.
5 years after 8A, more gameplay footage.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Did you even check the science? Did you check
It was a
the science?
heist, Bruce.
No.
We were outsmarted.
The Terrigen reactor was unstable, and you knew that, and you still paraded it before the entire world.
So what? We just give up?
We didn't give up, Tony. We failed. At least I can admit that.
No, we failed him. We failed him.
Please welcome Scott Amos, Head of Studio, and Megan Marie, Senior Community and Social Media Manager, Crystal Dynamics.
Okay, what do you have to say for us?
Hello, E3. You've just seen a high-level view of the cinematic and character-driven campaign of Marvel's Avengers. But launch is only the beginning of this adventure.
Marvel's Avengers delivers a narrative over multiple years, with exciting new content released at a regular basis.
Like the Avengers, you and your friends are stronger together. You'll assemble into teams of up to 4 players online, where you can master extraordinary abilities, where you can customize a growing roster of heroes, and defend the Earth from ever-escalating threats.
If that's the case,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
curious how the single-player
yes.
AI is going to...
And to make sure
How good the
everyone
single-player
comes on
AI
this
is
journey with
gonna
us,
be in this
we're
game.
incredibly thrilled to announce that every new superhero
and every new region will be delivered at no
Okay.
additional cost.
That's nice. Hope you can follow through on that.
So our promise to the community is that we won't have random loot boxes or pay-to-win scenarios.
Okay. That's a pledge. Still on the other ways you need to have that.
This game
have this
represents a
addressed.
collaboration across Crystal Dynamics, Marvel Games, I know you're out here, IDOS Montreal, these guys are here, Nixie Software, our new Crystal Northwest studio, and everyone at Square Enix.
So our game is about embracing your powers and living your superhero dreams. We have an exclusive gameplay demo in our booth that will show you more of the core campaign, its original story, and our superheroes in action.
So, Marvel's Avengers will release worldwide on PS4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC.
Okay.
We got you covered.
No Switch
And
so
we're
far.
excited to be partnering with PlayStation to bring some awesome surprises to the PlayStation audience,
Okay, so favoritism here, huh?
including early beta access and unique benefits that we'll be revealing in the future.
Okay, so probably buy the game.
But
Probably buy the
before
game
we
on
go,
PS4 then.
We have one final glimpse into our world, including when you'll get to play this game. This is what's next for the Avengers. Thank you, true believers.
All right, nice.
Damn it! Progress, Hank! I have a plan, but it's risky. Hank, that doesn't look ready.
Come on, Tony, live a little.
Unbelievable. It worked.
It's sort of cute when they're small.
Ah, didn't doubt you for a second, Hank.
May 15th, 2020. Okay. Love that. And that is all they have time for. Kind of surprising they have so much stuff. Kind of surprising that Square Enix has so much stuff. Right, and with that, that has been my reaction to the Square Enix press conference. Pretty good conference, I must say. A lot of video game franchises from Square Enix that I haven't heard about, and also promises that are living proof that the promises to the fan community, that to the Square Enix community, are going to be fulfilled. Alright, and also introduction to new gameplay for new IPs such as the Marvel Avengers, and yeah, pretty solid press conference, I must say. Holy crap. I need to get on to some of these games, since some of these games are already existing here in the West. So probably consider that sometime down the line. So that's basically my overall impressions for this presentation. Pretty solid press conference, solid games, solid gameplay reveals, and yeah, pretty solid all around. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to what Square Enix has in store for us over until the next year. And with that, I'm afraid that is where we are going to have to call it a day. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I really appreciate your time as well as your support. Now, as usual, for those of you just tuned in, I'll be archiving this stream on my YouTube channel, so if you want to check out the stream in its entirety, feel free to check it out over there if you wish. Also, if you like what I do and want to show your support, please leave a like in the stream, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and give my Twitch a follow for more streams to come in case you happen to miss any. Also, if you want to hang out with me post-stream/off-stream, feel free to give my Twitter and Instagram a follow, as well as join me in my personal Discord, in which all the links will be down in the description below. And for things to come, we only have the Nintendo Direct to react to for tomorrow, and after that that will be about it for my reaction to E3 2019, and we'll be resuming back to our regular weekly schedule as soon as we get back. But also, now that I think about it, Judgment will be dropping at a couple days time, so probably gonna focus on getting into that game first before we get back to the weekly schedule, because I'm a massive Yakuza fan. You probably can't deny that for any time ever. And yeah, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, my name is TheCGamer, and I'll see you guys next time.